The young man stood in front of the blinding Hollywood lights, his heart pounding louder than the applause echoing around him. Ronald Reagan had finally stepped into the world he once only dreamed about. On the silver screen, he wore the face of heroes, soldiers, and men larger than life. But when the camera stopped rolling, he was just a boy from a small town, a boy who had known the sting of poverty and the chaos of a father who could never escape the grip of alcohol. Behind the charming smile lived a man who carried scars invisible to the crowd. Hollywood gave him fame, but it never gave him peace. The scripts he read made him a star, yet inside he longed for words that weren't written for him, words that could move real people, not just entertain them. In the quiet of dressing rooms, in the solitude of empty sets, Reagan wondered if he was meant for something more than applause. He wasn't chasing glory anymore, he was searching for meaning. That meaning arrived slowly, like a whisper at first. The actor who once delivered rehearsed lines began speaking from his own heart, connecting with audiences in a way no studio could manufacture. His voice carried sincerity, shaped by every hardship he had endured. When Reagan spoke about the dignity of work or the promise of America, people felt it wasn't just performance, it was personal. The boy who had watched his mother hold the family together now used her lessons of faith and resilience to inspire strangers who needed hope. Still, the world wasn't ready to take him seriously. To many, he was just the movie star. Critics mocked him, calling his ambition a fantasy. But Reagan knew something about rejection. He had faced it before, in casting rooms, in the cruel whispers about his background, in the struggles of his childhood. And just like he had done then, he smiled, stood tall, and kept moving forward. He believed destiny wasn't handed to you, it was earned. His rallies felt less like political gatherings and more like scenes from a story unfolding in real time. Crowds didn't just listen, they leaned in, caught up in the conviction of a man who spoke like he belonged to them. Every line was filled with warmth, every promise tied to the belief that America could rise again. Slowly, the movie star turned into a messenger, the actor into a leader. And one day, the curtain lifted on his greatest role, not in a theater, not on a film set, but on the steps of the White House. This was no script. This was real. The boy who had once feared the world would never take him seriously now carried the weight of a nation on his shoulders. He didn't act this part, he lived it. Ronald Reagan's journey from Hollywood to politics was not the story of an actor.
Whose inspiring story of politician would you like to hear next? Tell us in the comments below.